You're sitting there right now with a dream in your heart, something you want to create, something you want to experience, something you want to become. And you've been asking, wishing, hoping, and maybe even begging the universe to deliver it to you. But here's the truth. The universe doesn't care what you want. That might sound harsh at first, but it's actually the most liberating thing you'll ever hear. Because once you understand what the universe actually responds to, you'll hold the key to creating anything you desire. The universe doesn't respond to your wants. It doesn't respond to your wishes. It doesn't even respond to your prayers or intentions. The universe responds to who you're being. It responds to your energy. It responds to the frequency you're broadcasting with every fiber of your being. Think about it. How many people want the same things? Millions want wealth. Millions want health. Millions want love. If wanting was enough, we'd all have everything we desired. But wanting comes from a place of lack. It's an energy that says, I don't have this and I need it to be complete. And that's exactly what the universe gives you back. More experiences of not having. Let me tell you something powerful. Every thought you think produces chemicals in your body. Every feeling you experience broadcasts a signal into the field around you. And this field, this vast, intelligent, responsive field, is constantly reading your energetic signature and responding in kind. So when you want something but feel frustrated that you don't have it, what's your energy saying? It's saying, this isn't here. And the universe responds with, you're right. It isn't. This isn't some mystical concept. This is how energy works. Like attracts like. Frequency attracts matching. But here's where it gets exciting. If you can change your energy, you can change what the universe responds with. If you can shift your state from wanting to having, from wishing to being, the universe has no choice but to rearrange itself to match your new frequency. The most common mistake people make is trying to create a new future while remaining in the energy of their past. They want new experiences, but keep running the same old programs. They set intentions for wealth while feeling poor. They desire health while identifying with illness. They long for love while resonating with loneliness. The universe doesn't respond to your intentions. It responds to your state of being. So what actually creates that state of being? Your emotions, your feelings, your energy, not just what you think, but how you feel. Not just what you say you want, but the energy you're emanating. Every morning when you wake up, you have a choice. You can let your feelings be determined by your external circumstances, or you can deliberately generate feelings that match your desired reality. Most people wait for something outside of them to change how they feel inside. They need the perfect relationship to feel loved. They need more money to feel abundant. They need perfect health to feel whole. But that's backward. That's the old paradigm. And it simply doesn't work. The new understanding is this. You must feel the feelings of your desired reality before that reality can appear. You must become it energetically before you can experience it physically. Your feelings and emotions aren't just reactions to your environment. They're creative forces that shape your future environment. When you understand this, so instead of asking, why don't I have what I want? Ask yourself, who do I need to become energetically to attract what I want? Think about the last time you felt truly grateful, not because you were trying to practice gratitude as a technique, but because you were genuinely, spontaneously overflowing with thankfulness. In that moment, were you focused on what you lacked? Of course not. You were in a state of having, of abundance, of enough. And in that state, you were broadcasting a very different signal to the universe. You were saying, I am complete. I am enough. I am blessed. And the universe responded by giving you more experiences that matched that energy. This is the secret that most people miss. They think they need to have something to feel a certain way. But the truth is, you need to feel a certain way to have something. Let's talk about your internal state. This is where everything begins, not in your external actions, but in your internal condition. Your internal state is made up of your thoughts, your feelings, and your overwhelming sense of identity, who you believe yourself to be at the deepest level. Many people try to change their thoughts without addressing their feelings. They recite affirmations while feeling terrible. They visualize success while feeling like a failure. They set intentions for abundance while feeling lacking. And then they wonder why nothing changes. Your feelings are the language of your body. They're how your body communicates with the field around you. And they're far more powerful than your words or even your conscious thoughts. So how do you change your feelings? Not by forcing positive emotions when you feel negative. That's just spiritual bypassing, and it doesn't work long term. You change your feelings by becoming aware of them without judgment, by recognizing that you are not your feelings. You are the aware. When you feel angry, anxious, or afraid, don't try to suppress those feelings. That only pushes them into your unconscious, where they'll continue to broadcast without your awareness. Instead, acknowledge them, feel them fully, and then ask yourself, who would I be without this feeling? What would I feel instead if I were already living my ideal reality? So this isn't about pretending. It's about energetic transformation. It's about shifting your state of being from the inside out. Your body has been conditioned to feel certain ways based on past experiences. It's memorized emotional states like fear, lack, and limitation. And unless you intervene consciously, it will keep running those same programs, creating the same results in your life. But you can teach your body new emotions. You can condition it to feel abundance before abundance arrives, to feel health before healing is complete, to feel connection before relationships transform. This is what it means to become greater than your environment, to no longer be at the mercy of external conditions, to generate states of being by choice rather than by reaction. Think about someone you know who seems to attract good things effortlessly. They're not necessarily smarter or more hardworking than others, but something about their energy draws opportunities to them. People want to help them. Doors open for them. Why? Because they're broadcasting a frequency that the universe responds to favorably. You can do this too, but it requires breaking old patterns that have become comfortable. Each of us operates from patterns. These patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving have been reinforced through repetition until they become automatic. You wake up each morning, and within minutes, you're running the same programs you ran yesterday and the day before. These patterns create neural networks in your body. Your thoughts create chemicals that make you feel certain ways. Those feelings drive behaviors. Those behaviors create experiences, and those experiences reinforce the original thoughts. It's a cycle, and this cycle creates what we call your personality. It's not who you are at your core, it's who you've become through repetition. It's the you that you present to the world based on how you've responded to life so far. But what if that personality isn't creating the life you want? What if those patterns are limiting rather than liberating? Then it's time to interrupt the pattern. It's time to become aware of the automatic programs running in you. This isn't easy. Your body wants to keep running familiar programs. Even if those programs create pain, at least they're predictable. Your body knows how to be that version of you. It will resist change, creating urges, cravings, and emotions designed to pull you back into old patterns. This is where most people give up. They try something new for a day or a week. They don't see immediate results. The discomfort of change becomes too much, and they revert to their familiar patterns, even though those patterns aren't creating what they want. The key is persistence. You must be more committed to becoming a new version of yourself than to staying comfortable in your old identity. Every time you interrupt an old pattern and choose differently, you're weakening those neural networks. Every time you generate a new emotional state by choice rather than reaction, you're building new networks. Every time you refuse to be defined by your past or your environment, you're evolving into someone new. And the universe must respond to this new you. It has no choice. Energy responds to energy. Like attracts like. It's law. So ask yourself, what patterns have you been running? What automatic programs determine how you feel each day? And are those patterns creating the life you want? If not, it's time to interrupt them. It's time to become conscious of the unconscious and make new choices in the face of old triggers. This doesn't mean you'll never feel negative emotions. It means you won't be ruled by them. You'll recognize them as messengers, not masters. You'll feel them, learn from them, and then choose what serves your highest evolution. Creating a new future requires creating new energy signatures. These signatures are unique combinations of thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that broadcast who you are to the universe. Most people's energy signatures are formed reactively. They respond to life, developing patterns based on what they've experienced. Their past determines their frequency. But what if you could proactively create an energy signature? What if you could decide who you want to be and then embody that frequency before anything in your external reality has changed? This is the art of energetic creation. It's about generating states of being that match your desired future rather than your experienced past. How do you do this? Through focused attention and elevated emotion. Focused attention means directing your awareness with precision. Instead of letting your mind wander to random thoughts or worries, you concentrate it on specific ideas that support your desired reality. Elevated emotion means generating feelings that lift your frequency. Gratitude, joy, fascination, wonder, curiosity, compassion. These emotions broadcast very different signals than frustration, worry, or discontent. When you combine focused attention with elevated emotion, you create a coherent energy field. Your thoughts and feelings align instead of contradicting each other. And this coherence is what the universe responds to most powerfully. Let me give you a practical example. If you want to create greater abundance in your life, traditional approaches might tell you to work harder, learn new skills, or find additional income sources. Those aren't bad strategies, but they're incomplete if your energy signature doesn't match your goal. A complete approach would include changing your energetic broadcast about abundance. This means first, becoming aware of your current feelings about money and resources. Do you feel lack when you pay bills? Do you feel... Second, interrupting these patterns when they arise. When you notice yourself feeling lack, pause. Recognize that you're running an old program. Take a few deep breaths to create space between stimulus and response. Third, deliberately generating new feelings. What would you feel if abundance was your natural state? Perhaps gratitude for what you already have. Perhaps generosity from a sense of enough to share. Perhaps calm confidence about meeting your needs. Fourth, embody these new feelings until they become more natural than the old ones. This isn't a one-time exercise. It's a practice. It's retraining your nervous system to broadcast a new frequency. Over time, this new energy signature becomes your default state. You're no longer trying to feel abundant, you simply do. And when this shift happens internally, external circumstances must realign to match it. This applies to every area of life, not just abundance. Your health, relationships, creative expression, and personal growth all respond to the energy signatures you're broadcasting. The universe isn't judging whether you deserve what you want. It's simply matching your energetic output with experiences of the same frequency. When you understand this, you move from victim to creator, from passenger to driver, from effect to cause. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what am I broadcasting that's creating this experience? Consistency and practice are absolutely essential in this work. You cannot transform your energy signature through occasional effort. You cannot create a new future with sporadic attention. Think about learning any new skill, playing an instrument, speaking a language, mastering a sport. Would you expect to excel by practicing once a week or when you feel inspired? Of course not. You understand that mastery requires regular, committed practice. The same applies to energetic mastery. You must practice new states of being daily, sometimes hourly, until they become your new normal. This is why morning practices are so powerful. The way you start your day often determines your energetic broadcast for the hours that follow. If you wake up and immediately check news or social media, absorbing whatever energies are being presented there, you're letting external forces determine your frequency. But if you take control of those first minutes and hours, deliberately generating states of being that match your desired reality, you set a powerful template for the day. A consistent practice might include moments of stillness, where you disconnect from external stimuli and connect with your inner awareness. This creates space to choose your state rather than react automatically. Conscious breathing to regulate your nervous system and move from stress to coherence. Your breath is one of the fastest ways to shift your energy. Feeling gratitude not as a mental exercise, but as a full body experience. When you're truly grateful, every cell in your body vibrates differently. Visualizing your desired future while feeling the emotions you would experience if that future were already present. This isn't just imagination, it's energetic rehearsal, moving your body in ways that generate positive emotional states. Physical movement can break old patterns and create new energy flows. Speaking declarations that align with your new identity, not as affirmations you're trying to believe, but as truths you're remembering. What matters isn't the specific techniques you use, but your commitment to daily practice. 5 minutes of full presence and genuine feeling are more powerful than an hour of going through motions. And here's something crucial to understand. The universe doesn't respond to what you do occasionally. It responds to who you're being consistently. Many people approach creation like they're flipping a light switch. They generate positive emotions or clear intentions for a short time and expect immediate results. When those results don't appear, they conclude that the process doesn't work. But energetic creation is more like tending a garden. You plant seeds through your practices. You nurture them with consistent attention. You remove weeds, the old thoughts and feelings that would choke your new creation. And you trust the natural process of growth, knowing that not everything happens at once. Some changes will appear quickly, others take time as new neural pathways strengthen and old ones fade. The key is persistence, without attachment to immediate outcomes. Every time you choose a new state of being in the face of old triggers, you're strengthening your creative power. Every time you refuse to let external circumstances determine your internal state, you're becoming more masterful. Every time you generate gratitude or joy without needing a reason, you're broadcasting a frequency that must create matching experiences. This isn't just positive thinking, it's energetic physics. It's how creation works. At the most fundamental level, one of the most powerful practices is living as if your future is now. This means operating from the end result rather than reaching for it as something distant. Most people live in a state of becoming. They're always trying to get somewhere else, achieve something more, attain some future condition that will finally allow them to feel how they want to feel. But what if you could collapse time? What if instead of becoming, you could simply be? What if you could experience your desired future in the present moment, not as imagination, but as an energetic reality? This is the art of living from the end. It's embodying the version of yourself who has already created, achieved, or experienced what you desire. This doesn't mean pretending or ignoring current circumstances. It means recognizing that your energetic state is a choice that doesn't have to depend on external conditions. When you live from the end, you don't say, I want to be healthy. You embody the energy of someone who is vibrantly well, even if symptoms are still present. You don't say, I want a loving relationship. You generate and express love now, becoming someone who naturally attracts resonant connections. This shifts your creative process from pursuing to attracting, from seeking to becoming. Living from the end means asking different questions. Instead of how can I get this, ask who would I be if I already had this? Instead of what do I need to do, ask how would I feel if this were already my reality? Then generate those feelings and operate from them consistently, even when your environment hasn't yet caught up to your internal shift. This practice requires tremendous trust. It means holding an energetic truth that your physical senses may not yet confirm. It means choosing your energy based on where you're going, not where you've been. Every visionary throughout history has done this. They held futures in their consciousness that others couldn't see. They operated from realities that existed energetically before they manifested physically. They refused to let their environment dictate their internal state. You can do this too. In any moment, you can ask, who would I be if I were already living my ideal life? How would I feel? How would I carry myself? How would I treat others? What would occupy my thoughts? Then embody those answers now, not when circumstances change, but as the very means of changing them. When you consistently live from the end, something remarkable happens. Your energy signature shifts so dramatically that you become unrecognizable to the old experiences that used to match your frequency. Problems that once seemed stuck begin to resolve. Opportunities that weren't visible suddenly appear. Relationships transform or transition to align with your new broadcast. The universe has no choice but to rearrange itself around your new energetic truth, not because you're forcing anything, but because like must attract like. It's simply law. This is what it means to step beyond limitation, to transcend old identities and stories that have defined your experience until now. Every limitation you experience began as an energetic pattern, a thought that created a feeling that created a belief that created behaviors that created experiences that reinforced the original thought. These patterns become your identity over time. This is just how things are for me. This is just who I am. This is just my life. But what if these aren't truths? What if they're just programs running in your consciousness? Programs that can be recognized, interrupted, and replaced. Stepping beyond limitation means becoming greater than your programming. It means recognizing that you are not your patterns, your past, or your personality. You are the awareness in which all these exist, and from that awareness, you can choose differently. This doesn't mean denying challenges or difficulties. It means refusing to let them define your energy. It means maintaining elevated states, not because everything is perfect, but because you understand that your state determines what comes next. Every time you hold a high frequency in the face of circumstances that would typically pull you into lower states, you're demonstrating mastery. You're proving to yourself that you can be greater than your environment. And with each demonstration, your creative power grows. This is the moment where you transform from victim to creator, from someone who reacts to life to someone who generates it. The universe doesn't care what you want. It only responds to who you're being, not your wishes, but your energy signature, your actual state of being right now. When you truly understand this, everything shifts. You stop trying to change things outside yourself and start transforming what's within. You stop asking for things and start offering a new signal instead. This isn't a trick. That's how creation works. Energy attracts similar energy. Frequency draws matching frequency. Being comes before having. Ask yourself, what energy am I broadcasting right now? What state am I living from? Is this state aligned with what I want to create? If not, you know what to do, not just once when you feel inspired, but consistently, daily, moment by moment. Your energy creates your reality. This is the fundamental truth. The universe is ready to respond to a new version of you. Not someone who wants different experiences, but someone who embodies different energy. Not someone who wishes for change, but someone who becomes the change energetically before anything shifts physically. You've always had this power, but until now, you've likely used it unconsciously. You've let circumstances determine your state and then wondered why similar circumstances keep appearing. Now you can use this power with intention. You can generate states of being by choice. You can broadcast frequencies that match your desired future rather than repeating your past. So now you understand the fundamental truth about creation. The universe doesn't care what you want. It only responds to who you're being. Not your wishes, but your energy signature, your actual state of being in this moment. When you truly understand this, everything shifts. You stop trying to manipulate things outside yourself and start transforming what's within. You stop asking the universe for things and start offering it a new signal to match. This isn't a trick or technique. It's how creation works at the most fundamental level. Energy attracts similar energy. Frequency draws matching frequency. Being comes before having. So ask yourself, what energy am I broadcasting right now? What state am I living from? Is this state aligned with what I want to create? If not, you know what to do, not just once when you feel inspired, but consistently, daily, moment by moment. Your energy creates your reality. This is the immutable law. The universe is ready to respond to a new version of you, not someone who wants different experiences, but someone who embodies different energy, not someone who wishes for change, but someone who becomes the change energetically before anything shifts physically. You've always had this power, but until now, you've likely used it unconsciously. You've let circumstances determine your state and then wondered why similar circumstances keep appearing. Now you can use this power with intention. You can generate states of being by choice rather than reaction. You can broadcast frequencies that match your desired future rather than repeating your past. This isn't just a nice idea, it's how reality works. It's how you've been creating all along, though perhaps without realizing it. Start right now, in this exact moment. Ask yourself, who would I be if I were already living my ideal reality? How would that person feel? What energy would they radiate? Then become that. Not when things get better, not when you feel more ready. Now, with this breath. This takes trust. It takes commitment. It takes the willingness to feel something your senses can't yet verify. But this gap between what you can see and what you choose to feel is where all creation happens. Every time you maintain an elevated state, despite circumstances that would normally drag you down, you're demonstrating mastery. You're proving to yourself that you can be greater than your environment. With each demonstration, your creative power grows. Remember, the universe doesn't respond to what you want or wish for. It responds to who you're being. So be the version of yourself who already has what you desire. Be that now. In every cell of your body, feel it completely. Live from that state consistently. The universe will have no choice but to rearrange itself around your new energy. This is your power. This is your birthright. This is how creation works. The universe doesn't care what you want. It mirrors who you are. So today, right now, in this moment, who will you choose to be?